Well, we're here, sort of. 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗏, I'm curious to hear what you think of Palia. I've been watching a bit from Nash. I don't know who Nash is. I apologize. 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏. Also, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. Yes, today we're going to be playing some Palia, which I've looked at a little bit over the past couple of years. So it's developed by a company called Singularity6. Now, I'm aware that none of you are probably aware who the hell Singularity6 are, and for good reason. They've never made anything else ever. This is their first game, and it's very ambitious. But it is founded by two people that do have good pedigree behind them in terms of like games development. Because it's founded by two people. One's called 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏. I'm probably butchering your name, sir, and I apologize. And the other one is Aiden, I think it's 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗃, something like that. Anyway, they both worked at Riot Games. Anthony was the development director at Riot Games. And Aiden was the lead designer at Riot Games. So two pretty important people at Riot Games ended up making their own company called Singularity6, and they decided they wanted to make games that brought people together as opposed to pulling them apart, which is, if you've ever played League of Legends, the polar opposite of the League of Legends community, because there is more toxicity in League of Legends than there is at Chernobyl. It's so toxic. Say a color in 1 of 3 describing details series, for example, is blue fan window. Wait, what? Say a color and 1 to 3 describing details. Okay. But 1 to 3. Blue testicled cat. There you go. Sorry, that was the first thing that came to my head. Nashcraft, even here, and right back at you. Sun is shining, the stream is on, all is good in the world. All is good in the world. So yes, Aiden and Anthony founded a company called Singularity6. They then decided they were going to make Palia, which is a cozy MMO. We're going to get to that. And can't build a house with one of those. What? You didn't say it was for a house. I wouldn't have said a blue testicle cat if it was for a house. But also creativity. You could put windows in the two testicles and make that like an observation deck. You could sleep in the cat's head. That could be a bedroom. The ears could be doors to get in, like emergency exits on the ears. A main entrance in the mouth, or maybe the stomach, like a Teletubby, like a door in it. Oh, this is not what I intended. So yeah, they wanted to make a game called Palia. It's a cozy MMO, and we're gonna look at it. So I've played a fair amount of hours on this already. Then have a flamethrower storage room in the back part. Yeah, its tail could be a flamethrower, or other parts of it. That's an exit though. So we're gonna look at Palia. It's an interesting game. There's a few bits. So for those of you that are new to this channel or aren't aware, I used to work in games development. It's what I studied in. I studied game design for years. So we're going to look at Palia from that perspective. I'm going to discuss some bits because I played enough of this to know that there are definitely a few bits that I would have changed, or rather that I would add in, because this is only an open beta. Catch you later, Abyss. I hope you enjoy your school. It's unlikely, but I hope you do anyway. So let's jump over into let's jump over into it. This is my character. So already, number 1, won't let me pull a box on my head. So that's the downside straight away, alright? If anybody from Singularity6 is watching, please put box mask in the game. It's what I'm known for, and I should have some sort of face covering. These glasses, in fact, let's go into my house a second. So just really quick, when you start in Palia, this is an empty plot. You get given it. You then have to make this tent, and you live in there for not long, to be honest, about 20 minutes, and then you have to build a house. So let's have a little look at all of this. Yeah, no, it's pretty good, and I'm gonna get into some of the details about it. It's a very fun game. So these are the different hairstyles. We have primary and secondary colors. My character's decided to be behind there. He should be over here. Let's exit and try that again. No, he's just decided he's going to live there now. That is where he lives. That might be a small bug, but it's graphical, so you know it's fine. So we have primary colors, and then we have secondary colors. So we can like do like green. You can see I'm just behind there. Not really though. What does that do? Does nothing. All right. So we can put our fringe into green, and then we could put our main hair into orange and stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that wacky. I'm not an anime character, so I'm not allowed to do these wacky hair colors. But where's the other hair gone though? Oh my god, they've stolen some of the hair. No, it's there. It's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. Everybody calm down. Alright, there we go. So, you'll see that I have this. This is for, like, having people join. All the rest say not owned. Now, one of the issues that I have, and it's not an issue necessarily, a lot of people online I've seen complaining about this. So, all of these are all cash shop items. Now, so you have to pay with real money for these cosmetics and stuff, so hats and things. And lots of people have been like, oh, that seems very, very harsh and this, that, and the other. But here's the thing, like, they're developers, guys. Like, they have to earn money. The game's free. You're not paying for the game. So they have to earn their money somewhere. Now, would I prefer it if some cosmetics were unlockable in-game? Yes. Do I hope they do that? Yes. But at the moment, it is open beta, and I'm assuming that at some point there'll be unlockables within the game as well. An example as to why I think that is because if we click on face masks, it's just glasses. There's no face masks at all. Just glasses at the moment. And it's the same. There's still a good selection of clothes. So you can see from here upwards, there are all the tops. And each one has different color combinations. Like, so we have like about eight different color combinations for most of the things. So there's a fair amount of customizability or customization options without having to pay any money. But you know, my only thing that I will say is I feel that the prices are a little bit. I'd rather pay for the game, honestly, and have the aesthetics be unlocked during gameplay. No, I mean, and that is fair. Now, for a while, I've spoke out, so like, all of these walls, all of the furniture and stuff, so this is all movable. I put all of this in, it's not... So all of that stuff, and you get a lot of this in-game. There is no sort of cash shop furniture. But for years, I said that that's the way that, like, when microtransactions started to become a thing, I was like, if The Sims don't do, like, a microtransaction thing where you buy wallpaper and stuff for, like, 10 cents and stuff, I'll be surprised. And they never did. So I'd prefer it if they did, like, some furniture packages and it was sort of, like, split. Because I get that they're a company and they need to earn money. And I get that they don't want to lock people out, and they want it to be like a good, nice community, and they're kind of going with the Riot Games vibe of their skins that are sort of custom. No, but their DLC is expensive. Yeah, no, it is. It is expensive. Also, hey Peanut, I hope you're having a really nice day. So we can customize this house. We can select where our windows are and stuff, which we do under H, I believe. Yeah. So we can edit our house, and we can. The bubbles are all big. I don't know why the bubbles are all big, but we can select what size we want our windows. We can also move stuff around from inside that menu as well. So we can like click on the picnic blanket and we can be like, I'm going to put that next to my farmland and my campfire there. So this section is very simmy. Like this bit is very like is a very sim-like sort of thing. We can rotate around. We can move stuff around. We can add stuff in that we have. And you'll have seen there that I'm here for a short bit. Red Lame Dog, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a really nice evening. Evening for you, sir. It's evening for you. It's nice when I know where you folks are sort of from, because I can actually, I don't have to meander around the subject. So you'll have noticed when I press H, we can buy more plots of little like sections. These take something called a writ, which I get from the community hall. And you can see we have a plot value. We have no writs left. We have a build limit. We also have slots, which I've not started playing around with yet. I don't really understand them, but we can also select all of our bits and pieces. Clean the dishes. Nice. Post-dinner dishes. So this is our plot. These are our crafting stations. This is the basic smelter. This is the next tier up. I think I left... Yep, I did. I left some stuff smelting overnight. So this one here, right? So I'll get into this a little bit more. I know where you're from. I will find you. And I shall... No, I won't. I won't do anything. Right, let's put those there. Potatoes. Let's plant some potatoes. So one of the things that I said, like I said on my Discord, there's elements that are very Stardew Valley-esque. One of the things that I really need to do at some point is upgrade my hoe, because look how slow it is to do a plot. Look at this. That's one. That's one. I can plant one potato now. Now, there are upgrades for these. I haven't upgraded my hoe, so let's have a little look at that. So, go to our crafting table, select our tools. There we go. So we have a hoe there. All right, let's just make the standard hoe. Need a netherite hoe. Need one of them goddamn netherite hoes. That's what I need. There we go. So, this should do a little bit more, I believe. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit faster. The game has like a progression system, so you'll see in the top oh, I have uncovered a thing. What the hell are you? What are you? It is some flint. Fantastic. Why did it look like a pot? Why did you show me pot and then do this to me? So one of the things you'll notice is in the top left corner there is currently a pickaxe with a number, say number 7. That is because my mining is at number 7, and I've not done any like this. This doesn't count. This isn't counted as farming, which it should be, because it forces you to do it every time. What are you? It's another pot, but is it a pot or is it flint? Well, you fooled me before. I'm not going to do the whole garden because I want to get out and actually show some carrot seeds. How the hell did I bury carrot seeds in my garden, and why didn't they just become carrots? So I'm just gonna do that much. Okay, and then we're gonna throw some seeds down on it. There we go. So we can throw down plants and grow crops and stuff, and we can make food. And food is another thing you can level up. I've not leveled up my food a great deal. I mostly have just been trying to kill things. Just throw all those in there. Now you'll see that it has this little bar, and that's because I have to water it. So I have to. There we go. So I have to water every single one of them. There is an upgrade for this that I think allows you to water more crops at a time. I've just not got there yet. All right. So this might seem slow, but that is because it's meant to be. I'm not gonna water them all. No, you know what? We will water them all. I shall not get cancelled. Level up golden carrots. You can tell what game I play the most. Yeah, it's this is more like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing crossed with The Sims, and there's a little bit of Breath of the Wild in there as well. Like if you're old enough, anybody in chat, you might be aware of the term collectathon. This is a collectathon. That's what this is. Oh, we have mail as well. Let's have a look at that. We have a letter from Delilah. She has given me some jelly. Don't be jealous of this jelly. It just wants you to like it. Okay. Do you realize you want to... Yeah, okay. Do you realize... Oh, I have a planter. Oh, well, we'll sort that. Where did that go? Number 4. Let's just put it on this table with the other plants. There we go. This is where I'm keeping plants. Stardew Valley is quite a bad one. It's yeah, it's different. It's different. So like Stardew Valley, I can go to villagers and I can sell my stuff individually to them, or I can just throw it in this. So like, if I want to sell these carrots, I can just put those in there, and then every 30 minutes, it will empty out. One of the things that I do think I need to do is make some arrows, because I can't kill things without arrows. So this here, I'm going to point this out as we go through. I'm basically going to play and talk about the game, and then when I sort of remember where a problem is that I have, I'm going to point it out, okay? So this one is a problem. So I can craft 20 arrows at a time. So I click to make it, and then it kicks me back out. And then I have to go back in and craft another 20 arrows. Like, either bring me back to this menu system once I've crafted, or make it where when I'm on this bit, I can select what amounts I want. This is for PC, but it is coming out for the Nintendo Switch at the end of this year. So holiday 2023, they are releasing it for the Nintendo Switch as well. So yeah, it kicks me back. If you could just select like amount, so like how many you would like, so I could be like, I want 5 lots of 20. That would be great. Having to repeatedly press F, go over to here, scroll down, and find all the stuff. Hey, Sanity Astray, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a nice morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. And then having to click make again. It's a bit tedious, all right? Singularity 6, like, fix that. Everything else does feel cozy about the game, but that bit is just very tedious when you're wanting to craft a lot of arrows or a lot of a particular thing. So if I wanted to craft these standard smoke bombs, or these ones, which I'm actually going to make some of, I have to keep going back into the menu system over and over and over again, which just it's not ideal. So that's like number 1. The second one, and I'm gonna point it out now before we leave, is this game is built around being a cozy sim MMO, right? So like, it's built where you play with friends, you can go to each other's houses, you can decorate your house, you can use things in quirky ways. There is no photo mode to like take, like, I can't hide the UI, I can't enter a photo mode at all. Which means taking like a screenshot, if I'd done like a inside here currently just looks terrible, right? But if I'd done like a really nice layout, I might want to take some nice pictures of that to share with my friends or share with the community, and there's no option for it. And in a game where it's built around bringing people together, that's an oversight, because inspiration is always great in games like this, especially when you can decorate and do designs and stuff. The Sims has it, Minecraft has it. Give me the option to take a nice screenshot without all of this clutter UI everywhere. That'd be great. Also beards, but they're aware of that. They are going to put beards in. Every male is clean shaven. So this little board here, this is where we can visit other plots and stuff. I have no friends, so we can't do that. But otherwise we could. That's right. So let's leave the building plot, and I'll show you 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗏 Village, which is essentially where you start the game. There's only 2 locations at the moment: Bahari Bay, and 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏. So, but they're big. But that means it won't represent me. I have a good-looking beard. I mean, I do as well. You'll never see it, but I also don the facial hair. But yeah, they won't let me. I normally, if I can't put like a box or some sort of mask on my head in a game, I normally have beard. Basically, I try and hide as much of my face as possible at any given time. It's the only way. So this is 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗏. So one of the things that you'll notice, and I'm getting ready for people to be like, oh my god, Breath of the Wild clone, because we have this hand kite. That's really one of the very few bits that is Breath of the Wildy, to be honest. That and the collectathon elements. There's a lot of people on today, so I apologize for this stutter, because it's not greatly optimized at the moment, but it's not normally quite this bad. I'm not going in that library. This here is an NPC. So everybody in this game, every sort of NPC, they have their own dialogue, they have their own wants and desires. This one, she's just rude. See, she's just rude. But we can find out what she wants. Spend hours on the beach. She was searching for shipwrecks. Cool. Don't ever be afraid. So we have, if I open up this, go to our relationships, every single character within the game has their own thing. So I don't know what 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗃 wants at the moment. So let's look at somebody who I actually have spoken to a lot, which is 𝗘𝗢𝗜𝗫𝗛𝗃. So one of the things that 𝗘𝗢𝗫𝗃 wants is cutthroat trout this week, because I've spoke to her. And we've got this friendship level. You build this up over time by talking to them, helping them, getting stuff for them, doing quests for them and stuff. And then you'll see at the bottom here that there's a romance tree as well for a bunch of the characters, so you can romance different characters if that's what you're into. I don't know if that gives anything like special quests or anything like that at all, so maybe it does. This is Aoni. He collects bugs. That guy had a beard, unacceptable. Yeah. No, yeah, the NPCs have got more options than we do. So the premise of this game is that we're human. These are the people that, as you can tell, they're all like pinky purpley colored. They're not human. So there's a shrine up there, I think, in that mountain. And humans are a lost civilization, essentially. We've been dead for centuries. And for some reason, we've come back. Like, this altar has started spilling out souls of humans and bringing them back to life. Now, these people seem perfectly fine with this. Like, a bunch of humans run out from a mountain, and the people that live here are just like, ah, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But they're just really nice people, I guess, you know? That's not how it would happen if we were in the UK. Like... Alright, let's repair some of my stuff. The poor people should regret bringing us back. Yeah, it's I don't... The only person that questioned it was, like, the priest. He was like, ooh, there was an old fable that spoke of this. That's it. Now, granted, I've not done a great deal of the story. There is a story to the game. I've not really been doing that, I'll be honest. Most of my time... Hey, where are you two fellas off to? Where are you going? I want to go. Take me with you! Take me with you! Most of my time has been spent just, killing deer. Or 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗃s, I think they're called in this game. I think they're called 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗃s. So, there's a few things... Oh, that is a big hang time. There we go. So there's a few things that they have got really right in this game that really help with the coziness. So, like, one of the things... If I don't know whether anybody here has played any MMOs. There's this thing that happens a lot in MMOs where a higher level player will deny you things. So, like, this Sundrop Lily. If there was another person, I could come over and I would grab it, and that's it. They don't get access to that now. I've stolen it. You can see there that the ghost is there. That's because I farmed it, but somebody else can still see that. So I can't deny somebody that. And that's the same with these to a certain degree. So if I can mine this and it will disappear. But say that person that just ran over there, if they wanted to mine it, they could start hitting it with me. And we would both get the same as what we would get if we were mining it on our own. It doesn't divide it up. It's not like, oh, well, you would have got 6, so you only get 3 each. No, it would just give us both 6. So there's no denying players any resource. You kind of work together, even with people you don't know. Which is really nice, because that definitely harbours that sort of friendly atmosphere. One of the other things which nobody's doing it at the moment. I don't see anybody fishing. But if we were to fish like this and just hook out, if there was another player near me or a friend, and they were like, you know what, I'm going to do some fishing as well, we would both get a buff. So it comes up saying fishing with friends, and it will increase our hook rate. That person over there is going to fish, so how about I reel this back in, and then we'll run around. Which it's a really nice touch, because it makes you want to play. You're kind of passively playing with other people, so even if you're like not particularly a fan of playing with people, if you mostly play on your own. There you go, you'll see the buffs just popped up there. So I just hit enter to read the thing. There you go, fishing with friends. So I get a 10-minute boost, which is a 10% reduction rate in hook time per stack earned when nearby friends catch fish. So even if you're not playing with somebody, you can still kind of play with somebody, which is nice. Now, you'll notice that that was a white box. There is no image for the 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗔𝗗 yet. I don't know why. So resources are per person. Essentially, yeah. Sort of per person. The way that it has it, so let's find a 𝗓𝗔𝗏. So let's go have a little look for a deer. There's normally some knocking around here. Well, I know where there's definitely going to be some. We'll be round this corner and to the left. Unless somebody is here farming them. There we go. So, this deer here, if I aimed at this like this and then somebody else shot it, it would drop loot for me as well, because the game knows that I was going to shoot it. So this bag that's just dropped on the floor of its loot, I would get that, and the other person would get that, so that you can't steal kills off of somebody. And that's a nice feature. I like that. It stops people from trolling, and that has bred a very sort of cozy atmosphere within the game. There's a person over there also hunting. But no, everything runs slightly different. I missed if you said if random people can visit your home. No, random people can't visit your home. Friends can visit your home, and party members. Now, that might change in the future. I think that's one that you have to hit multiple times. It is. Sorry for asking anything you've already answered. I'm listening whilst working. No worries, no worries. I don't mind repeating the same things. I have short-term memory loss. That's an everyday occurrence. Oh, that's the same. Damn you. Damn you. Damn you, magical, tanky. Where'd you go? Yo, where you go, though? Oh, you didn't run that far. Got it. So, for those that have played on Stardew Valley, you'll know that there's like different grades of goods, different grades of resources. This has a similar thing, but not quite. So you'll have noticed there that I got a star steak. This one here, this 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. That doesn't mean that it is a higher grade than the regular 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, but you don't get anything special for cooking with it. What that star means is I can use it as a decoration at my house, so I can put it on a table, so it looks like there's a steak on a plate or whatever. And that's the same with all of the star things. There's bugs that we can catch in the game. There's probably some down here somewhere. No fall damage, by the way. There's no fall damage. That wouldn't be cozy. That wouldn't be cozy, right? If there was fall damage, it wouldn't be cozy. Let's look for a bug. Let's select our bug pouch and make sure we have those. So knocking around. Normally they're around the water, I believe. Knocking about the place. Ah, there's one. So the way that we catch bugs is we have these little smoke bombs, and we have to throw stuff at them, and then hope that we get them. Basically, little stun grenades. It kind of reminds me a bit of Pokemon. There we go. So we have a garden mantis, and if that was a starved garden mantis, I could put it into like a terrarium in my house and collect bugs and stuff. Other objectives of sorts. There's quests you can see on the right-hand side. So you can see like Gel, who's one of the characters. He wants me to find purple dye, so I need to go get some shells. The mayor's lost his sandwich. That's actually a really serious one. I don't know if you've ever lost a sandwich, but it's devastating. So we may, like, maybe we'll look at those. But I tell you what, for now we'll go to 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏, because this is one area. Let's open up the map. This is one area. You can see all of the NPCs knocking around. All of these have their own schedules, which is really nice. So, like, 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏, who's the innkeeper. I'm not too sure where he is on the map. He's the one with the beard. Ah, he's up here. So 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏, he obviously lives in this building here. This is the inn, the tavern. Every morning at 6 AM, he wakes up and does press-ups. And then he goes for a walk, and then he starts work. So they all have their own little routines, daily routines and stuff, as well as their own personalities and stuff like that. The guy who didn't get the beard-free memo, yeah, he was just like, nah, I'm not listening to that. They were like, beards are optional, but we highly advise you don't have them. And he was like, yeah, come at me. This area over here, this goes nowhere. There's an invisible wall. I'm assuming that eventually this is going to be something. But at the moment, see, there's just... I have tried to get out of bounds here a little bit, because you can climb walls, and I was hoping that like I could do this and sort of glitch through it. I can't. I might try that again at some point and see if I can get through there just for the fun of it, just to try and break the game. That sounds kind of weird, but it's an open beta and trying to find the bugs is important. But what I need to do is go to 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏 and get some shells. So, actually, do you know one of the quickest ways of doing that would be to just go over to where that little green signpost is? There's not an underlying storyline objective. Yeah, no, there's an underlying story that runs through the entire game. It's a pretty weird story, like I say, like you're humans that have come back to life, and there's like this entire story bit that goes with that. At the moment, it sort of comes and goes, so it's kind of like everything in this game is like interwoven, and like you'll get a quest for it, and then it will go away for a while, and you'll do some stuff, and then a character will get like some sort of bit that continues it on. So it sort of crops in and fades out as you're playing, which is nice because it's not like you can just rush through the main story and be done with it. There's like these little bit patches where nothing's happening because the character said, I need to investigate this and try and understand what these ancient texts mean. And rather than it just being instant, it's like there's a timer in the background where it's like, well, when this person gets to this level, or when they achieve this, or once they've done this, or if it's just an arbitrary timer of five real life days or whatever, then it becomes available. And I like that. It kind of stops me from just going full sweaty basement mode and just smashing through the entire game. Because again, that kind of keeps the cozy aesthetic or cozy feeling to the game. So there's a bunch of quests, but mostly you're kind of... So at the moment, you'll see that there's a star on the one that says find a 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏. Now, a 𝗕𝗢𝗫, as far as I'm aware, is like a shepherd, which is essentially a sponsor. I think that's the best way of putting it. So the people that live here, the purple people, I can't remember the name of their race. I genuinely, it's just slipped my mind. They don't fully trust us. We have to build up a relationship with some of them. Yeah, 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏. Yeah, I think it's short for shepherd. I think. I'm assuming that it's, and I'm gonna use, right, okay, YouTube, don't demonetize this because this sounds like a swear word. It's not. This is an actual scientific word, so do one. Alright, I think it's a bastardization. So I think it's like, over time, how like words will lose meaning, right? So like, and then they take on another. I think it's a deliberate attempt at sort of showing that there's been bastardization of a word. So shepherd has just become shep. And then they've stuck an extra P on there, so it doesn't look like it was a part of shepherd ever. So I basically have to find a sponsor, which is a member of the community that will be like, hey, I'll take charge of this human. I own this human. This human is a friend of mine, and I am saying that they're now a member of our people. But to do that, you have to build up a relationship with one of the people. You can't just go, like, I can't just go up to any one of them and be like, yo, you want to be my shep? Because they just say no. They're just like, I don't know you enough, right? I don't know you enough. You get the hell away from me. You scrub. You step off. So we have to build up a relationship with one of the characters. I've been focusing on trying to work on two. One called, I think she's called 𝗔𝗥𝗠𝗬, and the other one is 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗫. Because I figured that if I split my time, because they have two different time schedules, that I can get the most out of my time when I'm playing, and then whichever one I fill up to the point where they'll be my chef, then that's good enough. Once I've got to there, I'll become like a member of the... Oh, okay, I've got enough stuff for the dye. That's good. Excellent. Now I just need to get back to not 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗫. Whatever the name of the town's called, that just again has gone out of my head. 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗫 village. 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗫. It's Camilla. We all live in Camilla. Oh dear. Where is it from here? I've got myself. Okay, it's around here. So there's that element, and then there's these shrines. Now I'm not gonna really get into too much about what the shrines are, because I don't want to give away all of the key aspects of the game, but there is these shrines that we have to give offerings to and earn and build up for. And they seem to have a very large, because obviously that's what recreated humanity. That seems to be playing a big part, so that's good. But I won't get into what all of the shrines are, because I don't want to give away everything in the game. I want people to actually come and play it, because it is a great game. I say, if you're a fan of Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing or any of those, like even not The Sims, in the early 2000s, Maxis Studios made a version of The Sims called My Sims, where they were like little chibi. They looked a lot like Funko Pops. They look like Funko Pop characters. And that was a lot like this game. A hell of a lot like this game. It was sort of like The Sims crossed with Animal Crossing, and that's basically what this game is. I need to find Gel. Is that what he's... he's over here. If I pay attention to my map in the top, I can sort of pick up where he is. So Gel is one of the worst characters, in my opinion. This is Gel.
Yes.
This fellow. So I need to give him this. These are the shells I needed for my dye, thank you. With this act, you have become a true patron of the arts. Are you going to give me anything? He's given me 5 fabric and 15 renown. Alright,
Farewell, fair travel.
Renown's pretty useful in this, but this whole NPC, in fact, this whole building, at the moment, pointless. Unless you're wanting to pay money. Because if we open up, like,
day to create
he doesn't even have one. We can just ask him questions. He basically runs this shop, but this shop is just a premium store. There's nothing else here. There's no unlockables. There's no way of earning these coins in game, which I feel that they should do. You should always, again, this is one of the bits I mentioned before, I said if I remember something, I'll make sure I point it out. Inside League of Legends, there was RP and IP. I think that's the right acronyms. So you could buy skins and clothes and cosmetics with real money, but you could also earn it over time by playing the game, and you could buy it with the other coin. This could do with something like that, because not everybody can afford to pay, because like, right, so that's like this here, right? These are 850 each, or 1,700 for the bundle. Let's look at it as 850 each, which is the cheapest. So if you just want one costume, it would be about $10 for one costume. You'd have about 200 coins left over. So that just for one of these, just look how glorious I look. What's that on my belt there? Is that a little rubber duck? Oh, goddamn. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. I look smashing. A little front knot up here. So that one's like $10, right? So you can think of it as like 1,000 is 10. So that's $10. This is like $20 for this set, you know. So at this point, you know, you're getting into. How do you like the jetpack though? Yeah, $10 for pure aesthetics and no in-game benefit. Yeah, it's not the best at the moment. I think that's something that they need to adjust. I would prefer it if it was true microtransaction, as mental as that sounds, where when you opened up a shop, you could buy stuff with an in-game coin that you could earn, but then I could buy just this hat for like $1 or 50 cents or whatever the thing is. So I think more people would be receptive to that being a thing. But again, I understand it's open beta. This is a huge project, making an MMO where there's lots and lots of players. And this is completely self-published. I should have mentioned that before. They don't have a publisher for this. This is all just in-house. They have to earn money. Servers aren't cheap. Games development isn't cheap. Voice actors aren't cheap. And this is made in Unreal Engine. And they do take a percentage of your earnings as well. So I don't know if I'd have made this in the Unreal Engine. I've been debating this. Now I'm going to start talking about games development a little bit here. But I kind of feel like a game like this would have probably been better in Unity. Personally, I feel like it would have been better in Unity than the Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine's is my favorite engine. It's what I studied the most. Like, the very first games that I ever made were essentially in the Unreal Engine. Granted, I used Flash before that. Flash doesn't count, alright? It's different. Alright. Count that. But I do love the Unreal Engine, but I just feel like this would have been better in the Unity engine. I feel like it would have been better in Unity. Or rather, more fitting. It would have felt more at home in Unity. But yeah, $10 for pure aesthetics, no in-game benefit is not ideal. But again, it's optional. There is still plenty of choices for the players, even if you're not paying, which, you know, is nice. They haven't locked any content out, which is the other option that you often see in an MMO, where they're like, yes, this is the base game, but you can only do that up to this point, and then you have to start paying us money. They've not done that, which I do appreciate. So one of the... Oh, that was unfair. That one spawned in. Of course I was going to scare it. No, friend, family. Fine. So one of the things that I have noticed is hunting 𝗤𝗏𝗏 is the best way to earn money so far. You can craft 20... Hello, friend. You can craft 20 arrows for 1 copper, like 1 copper ingot. And that is cheap enough that you can essentially earn a ton of money. If you make like 300 arrows, 400 arrows, and just rock up down here and just start hunting. After about 40 minutes, let's say about 40 minutes, you can get about 10 grand in game for it. That's the area I like about games. I like trying to figure out how to do something in the most efficient way. There were some really overpowered ways of getting stuff. When you're watering crops, how often do you have to do that? Relatively often, once per day. So if I was to go back to my house, which we'll do in a few moments, I was going to join in with him. They'll need watering again. They also, if I say the word proc any point during this stream, which is likely because I'm just about to, it stands for programmed random occurrence. Okay, that's a thing that in games development happens. It does it on loot, does it on farming, mining, all of that stuff. Basically, it's another way of saying RNG, alright? Like a random number generator, but the actual system is a proc system, programmed random occurrence. With plants or crops, there's a proc system where they can grow weeds. Our inventory's full, so now we're gonna have to go back to our house anyway. I've not done this today yet, so I should be good to do this. Once every map. Where have you mapped there? Once per 20 minutes, I think it is, you can return to your home for free. So we're going to abuse that. We're going to abuse that for a moment. Let's jump back over to here. And we'll have a little look at the crops. And certain crops, like, there's an actual, like, everything's well mechanicked. And I'll show you the different crops that I have once the floor's loaded in. There we go. Right, let's throw some of this in there. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. We'll keep that. Don't need... Alright, there we go. Yeah, so all of these need watering again. So you'll see they've done one growth stage and then they need watering. There's a way that we can sort of help with that. So if I look in here and look at our crops. So you'll see on carrots, there we go. So that will grow into one crop of carrots, but the crop itself, and how does that system work if it exists? I will go through that right after. But yes, you can. So carrots will prevent weeds from growing on nearby crops. So if you were to do like onion, which grows weeds quite regularly, and then put a carrot next to it, the onion won't get weeds. So that's one thing. Cotton will boost the quality of other nearby crops, so you're more likely to get these star ones. That's a juniper seed. We don't have anything to do with that yet. Onions. So onions prevent weeds from growing on nearby crops. We have tomatoes. That will help keep nearby crops hydrated. So that's like a way that like you don't have to water the crops as regularly. So if you were to do like this on one side, this on another. Alrighty, was cool hanging with you. See this new game, gotta go. See you later, crocodiles. I'll catch you later, lame dog. Lame dog. Goddamn lame dog. I'm gonna get you put to sleep. So we could put this on one side, carrots on the other. So tomatoes, then carrots, and then put cotton in the middle, and then we'll get like the buff on all three, which is ideal. It's sort of like the best way of doing it. I've not been doing that. I've just been throwing down potatoes. That's also what we have to learn in life. What crops? Yes, and that's very much the case in the game. Like they've done a good job of, let's just put that away, of giving each crop its own sort of like vibe, if you will. Like these potatoes, I wouldn't have to have watered them all as frequently if I'd have put some tomatoes in between. So on these potatoes, I wouldn't, like, if I'd have put a tomato plant here and a tomato plant here and there, none of these would need watering right now. They would stay hydrated for longer. And there's more crops than what I have at the moment. The other thing that we can do is say we have 69 onions. There we go. Let's take out 30 onions. Put those onions back away. So if we were to take these onions, we can put these in here. And that'll take 24 minutes for each one. So that's going to take nearly a day in real time. But we'll get 4 onion seeds for every onion that we plant. So we can do the same. We've got blueberry bush, we've got apple seeds, we've got cotton. So we've got lots and lots of different crop types. And that will now produce seeds for us to keep planting. So there's a lot with that. And again, the farming side has its own. Let's open up this. Accomplishments, map, quest, community, relationship. I think it's under accomplishments. So we have like all of these different bits here. And one of these in here somewhere is for farming, or I think it might be classed as foraging. So we level up all of these bits individually. So if you have limited time, you plan what you have. Time to pay for it, start to make sure you harvest before it's done. These will continue growing even when you're not online. So if I was to log out now, this will continue. And tomorrow, when if I log in, it would just all be done. It doesn't stop when I leave. It continues running, which is really nice because, like, there's a lot of stuff on here. This is built to just be as cozy and welcoming and kind as it can. So if you've got 5 minutes spare, you can come on, just harvest your crops and log back out. And that's good. Will it turn to weeds if left too long? No. No, it won't. It doesn't. There is no over stuff. So, like, if I was to disappear for a week, it would reach its point and stop. There's no penalty for not logging in. So when it comes to house customization, if I press Control, you'll see a grid appears on the floor. I can click to move this campfire. I can also pick it up. I can do the same with the table and the plants that are on the table and move those around. I can do the same with my smelters, all of this. I can even do the same with my farmland as long as nothing else is on it. Like, if I've got crops on it, it will tell me no, I think. Oh no, I can move it. I can move it with the crops on it. Okay, cool. So you can really freeform that. So that's under the control section. And we can do the same in our house. We can press Control and move stuff around. We could put this table here. We could just go, you know what? I'm gonna try and can I put this on anything? Will it let me put it on? No, it doesn't let me put it on there. So this isn't a valid placement location. Stop. But we can put the chair over here. So we can move stuff around. So and you can design your own stuff. So we could put a wall in here or whatever. The other thing that we can do, which I'm going to do in a moment, because I'll show that on stream because I think it's important. So we can press H, and we can sort of enter what I call the sim editor mode, because that's what it reminds me of, The Sims. And we can move stuff around directly in here as well to do big edits very quickly. So we can put the picnic table over here. Let's just rotate that around a little bit. Let's just pop that there. I'll put that there. We can also edit the house and be like, you know what? I don't want that big window there anymore. I'm going to have a small window instead. We can do all of that. Or we could just be like, we don't want a window there at all. I do want a big window there, though. There we go. And at the moment we have a tent here that we could move technically. We can move that around. We could pull it, rotate it to be there. and pull it in front of where our crops are. There we go. So we can do all of that stuff. We can also select stuff directly from the menu that are things that we own. So we can put a lamppost in here. There we go. And then when we press H, all of that's just committed automatically. So our tent's now here, which has got our crafting table in. It has our loom in it where we can craft fabric. These now look out of place. Ignore this. This is me trying to break the game. I did break the game. You'll see that there's two chests. See these two chests that they're clipped into each other? That shouldn't happen. So I've managed to create a clipping error in the game, which is caused by me stacking things on top of one another, and it just doesn't like it. What I was trying to do was to try... So, these chests you can find in the world, but you can't do anything... But once you've got them, you can use them as decoration. You could use them as a wall, which is what I'm intending on doing with them eventually, so I can like make a separator wall within my house out of chests. So it kind of looks like a repurposed wall. But you can't... They're not like... I can't go, look in them. They're not interactable. They're just a sealed lump of object, essentially. So I figured I would stack them and see how high I could get. But once I get to this height, if I was to get another one and try and put it on here, it glitches out and throws it somewhere over there and just gets stuck up in the air on its own. And then when I tried to move all of this from the bottom, it just glitched it and shoved it into this block. So yeah, that's interesting. Was not intentional, but I'll take it. So the houses themselves, as well as being able to sort of do the interiors, you can get wallpaper and floor coverings and all of that stuff. And then we can get writs, which expand our land out. So we can click on this and then we can be like, so we purchase it. Yeah, so we have to go purchase some stuff from the city hall. But we can also do the same with bits of house. So let's go to the city hall real quick and let's buy maybe a writ and maybe a house upgrade. I think I have enough money to maybe buy a house upgrade. I'm not too sure. I think I have 16,000, but they aren't cheap. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see whether we can. So we'll go to the city hall. We'll have a little look around, see if we're able to. Loading times are not my favourite, but most of the time it's because there's a queue and it will say there's like 12 Palians waiting in a queue before you can go through. Scaling, I think, is probably what the servers need. But again, that costs money. That requires people buying stuff in game. I think this one's the city hall, right? Which we should be able to just open up here. There we go. So we can get a writ. This game was standalone, right? Not through Steam. Yeah, no, it's completely standalone. It's completely standalone. Okay, so we've got a medium room for 8,000, small room for 6,000, a hallway section for 3,000, a fireplace add-on, a 3x3 fireplace. That takes 8 hours to build. Holy buggeration. That also takes 8 hours to build. I'll tell you what, let's get a medium room. Let's get a medium room and a fireplace. And then we'll buy another writ whilst we're here, because that only actually we'll buy a couple. There we go. So now we have to go back to our land. Yeah, this game's completely standalone. There's a link in the description. I will say I'm not affiliated with Palia at all. They do have a content creator sort of sign up thing. I've not signed up for it because I didn't want to just have to say nice things about the game. I want to give you an honest opinion. But what I will say is the link that's in the description is a referral code. So I think you get like a windmill if you use the one that's in the description. And I get more cosmetics. basically. I think I've already unlocked it all, though. I think I've got everything. You only have to invite, like, 5 people. I say cosmetics. I've got a hat, a hoodie, and a pair of baggy trousers, which are not something I would wear. So I don't have those on. The hell was that noise? It must be midnight. Yeah, it was midnight. So if we press H, we can... There we go. So we can see here we now have 4 writs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're not going to do that way. We'll do this side. So we'll just buy these. There we go. So we expanded that out. And then we have a medium room up here, which we could attach on any one of these. Can't do it on the front. Do it on the side. Oh, well, let me put it there because there's stuff there. Okay. Yeah, let's put it on the side for now. There we go. And then the fireplace? Well, where do I put that? Oh, I put that on the back. Okay. We'll put the fireplace on the back. Okay, that's picked up some stuff because there was stuff in the way. So that's those done. So if we press that, we should have 2 build things now that will tell us what they require. There we go. So we need 80 sapwood planks and 30 stone bricks. I should have those. Yeah. How many of these do I have? I only have 18 sapwood planks. So I need to create more sapwood planks. There we go. We'll just create 100 of them. Because, you know, why not? Why not? And each of those is going to take like a minute or so. Fireplace. Oh, the fireplace is outside. I access it from outside. Okay. What does this take? Okay, so this takes the same. I can contribute the stone bricks. And again, we just have to wait on the planks for that. So now we have to wait on planks to go through this sawmill. So each one takes 39 seconds. We need 160, so it's 160 times 40 seconds. So it's going to take a while. Whilst we're doing that, I'm going to put this stuff away. Put that writ away. There we go. And then, welcome back, Firefly. So whilst all of that's doing that, I might move that stuff because it's upsetting me that it's all now there. Hang on a second. Let's just move it. It's upsetting me that it's no longer against the tent. It's just sort of like there. Let's just pop it here instead. Whilst I'm waiting on the planks, I'm going to discuss a system that I really like. So you'll see in the top left corner, next to my character's foraging level, because that was the last thing I did, there is a little eye with 3 bits coming off of it, like 3 flashes. That's my focus bar. And that's because the way that this game handles food is interesting. So I can go in and I can make food. So I can select, let's cook some vegetable soup. So I can select that. There we go. And that requires me to chop some mushrooms. So I go to my prep station and I'm like, okay, let's make some chopped mushrooms. And I have to chop the mushrooms. So I have to do this little quick time event, which I failed, but it's fine because it doesn't penalize you, which it should. I think if you do something without any failures, it should make a better quality food. And there might be in the background, it might be a proc system again, program random occurrence. There we go. And then we've got our food. So let's just grab that. So now every time if I was to press 4 and right click, you'll see that there we go, my focus goes up each time I eat something. So I press 5 and eat some of that. There we go. Oh, I also got a focus check. And we unlocked a little buff there as well, see? Slightly increased fishing safe zone speed. So we've got slightly increased fishing if we fish in like over here. So we could go over to this pool and fish. Which I'm not going to do because I want to explain more about the proc system. And to do that, I want to show the focus system. So this focus system every time I now do anything, so if I was to go over and get my pickaxe and I mine this rock out, I get more experience to level up that, and it will use some of my focus level. So every time I do something, my focus level will go down, so it's like 1 bar will go down, and it adds it to my mining. And that's a great way of handling food. It doesn't work on giving you a penalty for not eating, it works on giving you a bonus because you've eaten. And that's a really, that seems very arbitrary and seems like, oh, well, you know, it's like neither here or there. It's either this or this. But it's the carrot, not the stick approach. So rather than penalizing you for not eating, which games like Valheim do, Minecraft does, and all of those types of survival games, because they're trying to maintain this cozy atmosphere, rather than penalizing you, there's the base bit, which is just regular, and then you get a bonus for actually doing it the way they want you to do it. And that's a much better way of maintaining that cozy sort of atmosphere, which the game is built around, which is great. That's what you want. You want a game that, if you're going to say is going to be a cozy game, doesn't penalize people, or seemingly doesn't penalize people. And everything in the game that I have come across so far works on proc, or programmed random occurrences. So whilst we're mining copper, which is what we're going to go and do, just going to go and mine a little bit of copper, if I can find any copper, that is. But if we can find some copper, I'm going to mine it, and then every now and then, so we'll get copper, we'll get stone. So every time we mine a copper ore, we'll get some copper, we'll get some stone. And then on the odd occasion, and it is an odd occasion, a random occurrence, we'll get silver ore. Silver ore has no purpose, it does nothing, as far as I can tell. There's no recipe that requires it. It's just seemingly there to be sold as a way of earning more income. And it's the same with iron, which is in 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗫, so we're mining copper ore here. There we go, so there's some copper ore, so we'll just start digging that. So in 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗫 there's iron ore, and that has a random, yeah, Breath of the Wild vibes with the glider for sure. I'm hoping they put some more designs in for the glider as well. At the moment there's only 2, and one of them I think is locked off behind invites. But I'm hoping that they put some more options in for that. I'd also like them to put gusts of wind in certain areas. So like, alright, let's say that island over there. You see that island over there? Probably not, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you probably can't. And this brings me on to my next point. This game needs to have an item put into its Singularity 6. It needs to have a spyglass put in, so we can zoom in on the thing and actually look. Because everything is very far away, and it would be nice if we could look and focus in on an item and maybe identify it. That would be a great system. It wouldn't detract from the game if at the start of the game we had to like look at that butterfly through a spyglass and it would identify it. But that little island over there, if there was gusts of wind and we could jump off of here and float that direction and then catch a gust of wind and go up slightly so we can go further, you could create some pretty cool mini-game type of things out of it where you try and get to like little areas, like air parkour, which would be nice. But yeah, spyglass would be very, very helpful. It'd be a great way to get people out and about, just playing I Spy, essentially. You could even have that, because the game has like accomplishments. You could have I Spy level 1, 2, and 3. That'd be a great way of implementing it, where as they level it up, it sort of upgrades. You get XP that way. This is clay, which I do think one of the characters wanted, so I will grab some. I don't think we got any silver yet. No, because we haven't really been mining copper. I've been too busy nattering away like a little bug. All right, so let's grab this copper. Ah, there we go. There we go. So there we got 1 silver ore. It takes 5 silver ore to make a silver ingot. And I can say, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing that requires... Oh, that one gave me 2 silver ore. There's nothing that requires silver in the game. It's just a material to be crafted and sold. Like, that's it. That's what its purpose is, at least at the moment. That may change in the future. So my advice is to probably hold on to some raw silver, because at some point they may give it a purpose in an update, and then people will go mad for it, and then you just won't see copper ever, because people will just be mining it constantly. So a little tip: prepare for the idea that it will be given a purpose in the future, because I can't imagine it staying as just a saleable item. That they eventually will give it something like, maybe they'll put jewelry into the game, or make masks craftable or something, or some sort of accessory that requires it. So we need 5. We need 5 silver. I don't care about the chappers. Chappers like those little red raccoon things you were just looking at. I think it's 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗚. Chapper. Oh, now I'm grinding like a mad hoarder. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing. So I've mostly just been grinding materials out. They do have a chest limit, so you can only store so much in chests. You can't. It's like Minecraft where you can just put another chest down, and there you go, more storage. There's limits to things, and you have to upgrade that over time as well. So they've done a good job of sort of like gating. For those that are in here that aren't aware what I mean by that, gating in a game is essentially like, must have done this to get to here, like, essentially. So you can't just rush it. There's like a progressional gate that you have to do. Sort of think of it like Legend of Zelda, where it's like, you need a key to enter this temple. That's a gate. You must get key. Now you can go temple. That's a very simplified explanation. It's not just based on keys and stuff. There's lots of other bits and pieces that can enact or act as a gate. But that's the general premise. But one of the things that I will say is everything in this game so far feels fair. I know that like some people don't think that the cosmetics are fair, and there's even been a little bit of expression in chat about that. And skip the key. Yeah, climb the wall, skip the key. There's even been a bit of expression in chat today about the cosmetics. But here's the thing, like, as I say before, they have to earn money. They have to. If you want great games, those people have to earn money from it. No one's making a game for free, all right? They're just not. It's genuinely, it's a pain in the ass to make a game. Like, there's a lot of stuff you have to do. It's not cheap. It's not fun. You might think it's fun. It's not, all right? It's not fun. Staring at thousands of lines of code, trying to find one tiny mistake, and then it's for some reason fixing itself, and you're not sure why, but you have to know why by the end of the day, because otherwise your boss is going to fire you for not doing your damn job, isn't fun. Having to draw the same character 50 times or more to appease an art director is not fun. There's a lot of monotony, and those people need paying. That there. This here, this blue glowy tree. This is a problem. I love it, but it's a problem. So this is a flow tree. And if you see, I can't kill it. It requires more than one person. Now, in the trailer for this game, they said, play alone or play with friends. Now, as you can see, I'm playing alone. I can't get this tree. the only way I can get this tree is by typing in chat and saying to people, hey, there is a flow tree at this location. Then wait here, wait for other people to come over, like this person now is. There we go. And now we can cut it down. There we go. And that is how we get flow wood, flow infused wood, which is kind of an important late game material. So I feel like that should be addressed a little bit. It's cool that it requires more than one player, but depending on time of day, you might find yourself in an area where just no one is at the moment, and you'll be there for like 10 minutes because you'll have typed in chat and people will be like, on my way, and then you just got to sit there and wait. It's not that I find it unfair to pay, it's just that I'd rather pay once and be done. No, and that should be an option. To be honest, I do think that there's a few games in the past that have done that, where you could buy it in one go and unlock what was available at that thing, like a pass, if you will. And it would give you that selection. I'm back. Needed to explain math concepts to one of the kids. Oh god. Oh yeah. Oh, you come around here with your maths. How dare you? How dare you? But also, I could see why that would require your attention. Enigma doesn't like maths. Yeah, the one issue that I will say with the one and done effect, and I do agree with you, Firefly. I do think that it tends to be a good option. Maths, I've heard of this. Yes. Is upkeep. So if for a game like Minecraft, where they don't actually have any servers themselves and it's all handled third party, that tends to be fine. But on here you've got netcode and stuff like that. There's servers that everybody is connecting to, and they require money every single month. And then every time an update to the game is made, the server has to be updated and all of that type of stuff. And that has an expense on it. So if everybody just bought it once, although they would get a huge influx of money early on, eventually they're going to need it again. They're going to need more money. So that's why you get games like World of Warcraft, where there's like DLC and a monthly subscription, and you have to buy the game just because the costs. The way that I would prefer them to do it is just to have it where you can earn the stuff, like the coins in game. It just takes longer. The main reason for that is that's the way that League of Legends handled it, which is made by Riot Games. This company, Singularity 6, was founded by one of the game directors for Riot Games and the lead designer at Riot Games. So they understand that principle. And there are people, let's say in India, okay. There might be somebody in India that doesn't earn that much per hour. So $20 to somebody in India that's a teenager is a lot more of a problem to spend on something that's purely cosmetic than a teenager in America or in the United Kingdom. But that person is more dedicated than the player in the UK and more dedicated than the player in the US. They put all of their time into it. They're a great community ambassador. They play the game. They help people. When somebody's stuck, they take out time. They're like, hey, this is how you catch this bug and stuff like that. There should be some way of them like obtaining those goods without having to spend money. And that's the way that it's handled in League of Legends. Like, there's RP and there's IP. And you can earn it in-game by winning matches and stuff like that. still have not got any more silver. So this is what I mean, where it's a proc. It's a proc system. We have some, and now we've had this dry spell where we're not getting any. There we go. We got it. Okay, now we can return back home. I thought about... I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna mention something else. I thought about doing time releases, basically make it available for people to buy, but after a set time it would become generally available so nobody misses out just when they can use it. Yeah, timed releases are a great way of handling stuff. The way that they're handling it is actually more like Sea of Thieves, where there is like a set, like there's clothing sets. The one thing that I will say is that in Sea of Thieves, there are still epic looking clothings and stuff like that, even if you don't pay. And in here, there aren't. They also have achievement-based things where if you do certain things in game, you unlock stuff, and there isn't in here yet. I would say there won't be, though. This is open beta. And I'll be honest, other than a few sort of little hang times here and there, this is one of the smoothest. And I've been on a lot of alpha tests, a lot of closed betas, a lot of open betas over the past 20 years of playing games online. This is one of, I don't know if I'd say the, but it's one of the smoothest open betas for an MMO I've played. I've had a couple of very interesting glitches. One where my character got stuck in a T-pose, and I was just running around, but just floating along the floor in a T-pose. I think that was patched out in the last update, fortunately. All I had to do was go back to my home plot and back out, and then it was fine. So there's been a couple of bits, but for the most part, it's been good. Now, you'll notice that one of the other things that's very small to that person there you just saw for a split second was in a T-pose. One of the things that I really, really, really hope that they do, as well as the other stuff that I spoke about today, is address a couple of the keybinds. Some of the keybinds I feel are a little bit off. One in particular feels very off, and that's auto run. This game has an auto run. If I press this button here, like here's my hands, I'm running. I can move just my mouse and my character will run around. Jazz hands. So there's an auto run, but by default that's bound to /, which for me is on the other side of the keyboard. So I've rebound it to V, which doesn't have a key binding to it by default anyway. Like, it's an open key. Now, X does a thing. So if I was to be climbing a rock, let's just go over here. If I go up here and I press X, I drop off. It's basically to let go. C has a key binding. It's to open up all of your inventory, your quests, your community, your relationships, all of that stuff. So that's under C. So X has a keybind, and C has a keybind, and F is to interact with things. So that has a keybind. So there's lots of things that have them, but V didn't, and it's the next one along. So I don't know why they didn't put something on there. It would have made sense for V to just be auto run by default, but for some reason they pull it over on /, which is the other side of the keyboard. That's one of those things that will often get missed when a beta's on. People don't think about it. They're just sort of like, oh, that's fine, I'll just rebind it. But it should be default bound to something that is within hand reach on the left-hand side of the keyboard. That seems very petty and very picky, very nitpicky. But there's a reason for it, and that's because games are built around feel, how the game feels whilst you're playing it. Having everything within sort of this space where you can just sort of move your hand around and everything's there is better than having to take your hand away and go all the way to the other side. Now, M does have the thing that opens up the map, but you can access the map by also pressing C and then clicking on map. So you can still access it from the left-hand side of the keyboard. But auto run, yeah, it wasn't bound great. So there's a couple of keys that I think should be rebound in this game. The photo mode definitely needs to be something that I think gets added, because it would be great to, if I decorate inside this house and I do a nice job of it and stuff, I want to take some photos, share them on my Discord, share them on my Instagram, maybe get more people on your game. Singularity, I want to get more people on your game. Don't make me show my UI. So a photo mode would be nice. Spyglass, so you can identify things from a distance, because we're locked at this perspective. Like a scroll wheel doesn't do anything. It scrolls through your sort of action bars. So I can't zoom in or zoom out on my character. We're locked at this distance away from the character. Which I'm fine with. It's a nice distance. At first it upset me. I tend to prefer to be further away from my character. But I'm cool with this. This is fine. It's a nice distance. It upset me at first, but I got used to it very quickly. But a spyglass, so I can like hold the item, right click, access it in my tool belt maybe, and right click or click on it and then hold right click and then zoom in, and it will sort of show you what something is. And maybe have an identifying thing, so you can actually like that's a blue spotted butterfly. That's a star grade. That would be good. I'd like that. And a couple of the other bits as well, like I've mentioned before. There's a few other bits and pieces. Like, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. Like, it really is not bad. It's one of the most relaxing games I've played in a while, and I've been playing it for a few weeks, a couple of weeks or so. Mostly because if I just play Minecraft, which is the options, it's there. But if I do, I will, I'll end up really far ahead of the randoms. So I tend to play a lot faster than them. It's not that I have more time to play, just that I play faster when I actually am playing. My play time is about half a day more than what 𝗕𝗢𝗜𝗚𝗏 has. It's about the same as what 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏 has. It's a day more than a day and a bit more than what 𝗕𝗏𝗏monster has. So it's not like I play on the server more. I just get things done faster when I'm on there. So I've been trying to play on this to sort of relax and unwind, because when I get on Random Craft, I'm always like, okay, content. What am I doing? Let's build these houses. How many houses? 12 houses. We'll build 12 houses, and we'll do a road going across there. And then we'll do a start base here, and then we'll do a redstone shop, and we'll do a showroom on the inside and heads and stuff. And I get very frantic. So having the ability to relax and sort of come away from that and be like, okay, let's just unwind. It's been very good. Have they said if platforms will be on the same server? Cross-platform is always something I'm interested in seeing. They haven't. I'm curious. Now, I think that it will be cross-platform, Sanity, and the reason I think it will be is because you already can't swear, can't be mean, you can't troll people. The only times that Nintendo get a little bit on edge is if there's something that could be damaging towards their audience, which is children. Okay, there is nothing in this game that you can't do anything. That you can't troll people, you can't deny people stuff, you can't steal stuff, you can't take stuff from people. None of that exists, and you can't swear or curse or anything like that. So show off. No, it's not showing off, Peanut. It's just, that's just how it is. As you know yourself, if I start going too crazy in Random Craft, people get upset with me. Like, you're going too fast. He must slow down. Hey, Vegeta, what's it say about his power level? I usually have like an hour and a half for sure per day to play. So I'd be very far behind. That's about on average what I get in on Random Craft is about an hour and a half per day. Sometimes that's deferred. So like today, none, and then tomorrow, 3 hours. So it like sometimes, you know, it's fluid. It moves around a little bit, but on average, it's about that. A lot of my time is also on Random Craft. It's actually taken up by just general administration. I don't care if you go as fast. No, it's because you're sane, Tina. That's why. Yeah, a lot of my time is like taken up doing other stuff with Random Craft. It's not actually playing, but like the randoms cause a lot of issues a lot of the time. Alright, no, you're not, Peanut. But here's the thing. What I was going to say is, well, I was going to be like, yeah, no, you don't whine about it, but that's because you're a real man. But that's not, that made no sense. Yeah, no, a lot of my time's like just fixing little mistakes on Random Craft or just helping the randoms. You know, I'll help with... if someone wants advice on building, I'll spend some time doing that. If someone needs help with thumbnails, I help with that. Inspiration, I share a lot of art books. You can tell Fizz I'm a real man now. So I help with a lot of things like behind the scenes with a lot of the randoms where we just chill out. So there. Time actually in Random Craft isn't necessarily me doing my own content as much as it is like helping somebody problem solve like a build or an element to a build or a mic issue, which I've had before with people where I've like gone through and helped them set up their microphones nicely. One a few weeks ago, Magic had an issue with the way he was exporting his videos and stuff, so I went through and taught him how to. It was a new editing software he was using. He was using. What was he using before? I can't remember what he was using before, but he switched over to what I use and a couple of the other randoms use, which is Adobe Premiere, and he exported his video for YouTube, but then when it uploaded, it was very grainy. In his first episode, it was very, very grainy. And the reason is because he'd set it to a variable bitrate, and it was on a low kilobyte per second on a variable bitrate. So I spent a couple of hours just going over that with him and helping him figure that out so that his content could be the best it could be. Because I don't mind... I don't mind... not growing my channel. I'm not in it for subscribe. I love that you guys enjoy watching my stuff. I really do, genuinely. You make me so happy with just watching stuff and having fun. But I don't care about growing my channel massively. It's nice when people subscribe. It really is, and I appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed. I like having fun with the randoms. The randoms are friends. I want their channels to do well. I want people to go and watch their videos just as much as I want people to watch mine. So if I don't get a video out because I'm helping Magic or helping Peanut or helping Lag or helping Shalon, I'm cool with that. That's fine. I don't mind. It doesn't matter, and I hope that you guys don't mind either. I hope that if there's a video missing on a week, it's that, you know, I'm doing something, you know, I'm helping somebody, or, you know, spending some time with a friend who needs that time spending with them for some reason or another. I won't put content above my friends, ever. If somebody needs my help, I will help them, and if that means that there's no video that week, that's fine. How did the randoms come together? Ah, interesting question, and I'm glad that you asked. So it sort of happened in a weird way. A bunch of us played on a server called Ironclad, which is where a lot of us met. So the server was part owned by 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗄, who's one of the founding members of Random Craft. and he basically had this server that was free, open to play. It still is. I think they're currently redeveloping it, and I met Lag Monster, 𝗕𝗢𝗫, what I call the OGs. Okay, I know that sounds like that I have like favoritism, and to a level I do because I've known them the longest. But what I call the OG randoms, which was me, 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗃𝗍, 𝗕𝗢𝗫, 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 Magic, Lag, Archon, all the people that started at the very beginning of Season 1 all met on 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏. That's where we all met, on a different server. Now, I met Lag on there before Lag Monster was called Lag Monster. He used to be called Rocky. That's what he used to be called. But I was made one of the moderators for 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏, and my first job was fixing a huge amount of lag at Lag's base. And he became known as the Lag Monster because he broke so much stuff. And then that name stuck, and he changed his name to the Lag Monster. Then Lag Monster and myself, like me and Lag, we got on really well. And I still do. Genuinely, Lag Monster, if you're not subscribed to him, just go subscribe to him. You can find his channel via my channel. At the end of this stream, go to one of his videos. Please give him some love. He's super chill. He's genuine. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. He's one of my favorite people in the world. I love him. He's funny. He's relaxed. He works so hard. Nobody works harder in Random Crafting than him. Not me, not 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏, not 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏, no one. He has a very filled personal life, a very, very filled life, and he still manages to get content out. He's one of the admins, he's one of the founders of Random Craft, and I love him. But me and Lag got on really well, and we both had a shared passion for doing silly voices. So we started doing a couple of podcasts together, and then that ended up leading to Random Craft because I needed a break away from editing on some of the podcasts, and then I started playing Minecraft, and he'd be bugging me for months on and off, like, yo, you know, you used to run Minecraft servers, you know what you're doing, you're an ex-games designer, we should make a Minecraft server together. And I was like, no, I'm never doing that again. I've had one, I don't want to do them ever again. I've had so many in the past, I don't want to do it. All right, stop bringing this up. But then he said this one bit that changed my mind. He said, you know, you can make a server for content creating. And that changed everything, because I was like, you know, he's right, you know, we could make one just for making content. So that's what we did. We made Random Craft, and the reason it's called Random Craft is because the old projects that we worked on was the Random Gentleman. So that just sort of continued on from there. And that's basically what created Random Craft and why it's called Random Craft, because it's the Random Gentleman playing Minecraft. So one of the first people that was invited was 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏. 𝗕𝗲𝗏 was invited very first because we'd worked on server projects with Nym. So 𝗕𝗲𝗏 was invited very, very early on. And then I think it was 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗏𝗏. I think it was 𝗕𝗲𝗏, then 𝗕𝗢𝗏𝗏. 𝗕𝗢𝗏 and Magic actually reached out to us once we'd started the series. They then messaged and was like, hey, yo, like, can we get in on this? And I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. What did I just plant? Were they all onions? God damn it, what did I plant there? Onions, okay. I'm not alternating my crops still. I'm still not doing it. Mother, he's doing it again. He's planting crops wrong. It's fine. So yeah, that's basically how Random Craft started. Was Lag and I knew each other, and he badgered me to the point where I eventually made Random Craft. That's how it started. It's all Lag's fault. All of it is Lag's fault. That's cool, which then points out how much you get done when you're doing your own builds. You have time for others and epic builds. Yeah, no, I will always put the randoms are friends. And I do genuinely, I love all of them. Some more than others. I love some more than others. That's not me saying I don't love some of them. I love all of them. But if Lag wanted me to name my first child after him, I would. I genuinely think he's one of the nicest people in the world. And if you like super chill Let's Plays by somebody who forgets what he's doing more than I do, he's definitely someone you should check out. Because he's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. And we've streamed stuff before. We've streamed Grounded together, and how else have we streamed? We streamed Stone Block as well. I don't know why. I don't know why this is. I mean, this is definitely a small bug. When I go to water plants, my frame rate just drops massively. I'll try and move the camera. There you see, that's me moving the camera. I don't know why that is. I don't know why the frame rate absolutely takes a nosedive when you're watering. That's definitely a small bug. But, you know, that's a very quick, easy fix. And if I don't move and I just stand still, it's fine. You don't really notice it. There we go. But there. We're getting there. We've nearly got all the lurking. Ooh, dirty lurkers. You goddamn dirty lurkers. Get in here. We're always welcome to lurk. I often lurk. I watch Lag from behind a curtain like this. Just peeking at him. Just peeking at him. I say like that. I tend to be looking down. He's a lot shorter than I am. But then all of the randoms are short to me. There is no tall randoms. There we go. Right, that's all of the crops done. I think Peanut's the shortest. Casually looks like he's peeing on the plants. It's what I do. It's what I do, Firefly. Hey, Karsha, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Peanut's the shortest random. I'm the tallest random. Everybody else is in between. Right, that is all the crops that I can planted. We have seeds going in there, so that's going to take a while. We have stuff smelting away. That's also going to take a while. That one there will take ages. See, that's going to take nearly 3 hours. That's a big boy. That's a big boy one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook a little bit more food. Wait, y'all are like adults to me. The fact that I'd be taller than probably most of you feels weird. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Peanut's like 5 foot tall. Peanut's very short. But again, it depends on the random as well, like... every random sits between me and Peanut. That's the scale. It's the scale of Peanut to Enigma, is where all the randoms sit. Peanut's 5. If you're here, Peanut, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it's 5, right? Chopped garlic. I'm pretty sure Peanut's 5 foot. And I'm... Oh, that was unfair. You lagged out. You dick. Right, I'm focused. There we go. There we go. But, yeah, Peanut's 5 foot. I'm like just shy of 6'5". And then all the rest of the random sort of like, I think like Lag's like 5'4". Dolan's like 5'7", I think, or 5'8". Phoenix is 5'10". So like everybody sat basically in between me and Peanut height wise. I wish I could make ramen, but I don't have any eggs. It's fine. We'll make more hearty vegetable. One of the things I don't get is every time... I'm going to show you this. Hang on. I noticed this the other day. like a couple of days ago. And I don't know why he does it. It's interesting, but I don't know why he does it. Oh, God damn it. Stop with your lag because something's sold. There we go. Pick up GTR. Fair enough. Okay. Let's add that in there. Right, so once I've grabbed this, there we go. Come on. Yeah, look, you've made so many of these, dude. Like, why? So when I select to cook something, you'll notice that my character, I don't know whether you're supposed to be like stoking the fire, like lighting it, but I slap the side of my oven, right? Like I start and I'm like dunk, like watch. When I select to cook something. Alright, you ready? Yeah, like watch. Why? I have cooked a lot of food in my life. I love cooking. My mother's a professional chef. I have never, ever been so into something I'm cooking that I've slapped the side of my oven. Like, just... You can fit so much soup in this bad boy. Alright, there we go. Just waking up the imprisoned fire elemental. That's what it feels like. It's a very strange thing. Are there seasons in the game? No. That would be nice. That would be nice if there was. I would like that a lot. If there was seasons in the game. I need to... This new fireplace that I'm putting in has clipped through this... Yeah, it had actually clipped through it. I can't pull it. I can't even pull it back. I can't pull it back there. Damn. I'll just leave that there for now. There we go. Soup made. We now have soups and stews. How is our wood? If you know what I mean. There we go. Let's grab those and add that in on here. There we go. So that's now, we now have to wait 6 hours of real time before that is completed. This, we're going to need another 72 planks for. Just toss those in there, be done with that. And let's actually sell some stuff real quick as well, because we don't need all these onions, because we've got more onions on the go. How did I end up with worms? And interesting. Those can be sold. Right, how much were those onions? Got 900 for 30 onions. They're some expensive onions. Holy crap. Imagine going to like a shop and going, can I get 30 onions? And they're like, yeah, that's $900. You'd be like, wait, what? I'm sorry, what? What? Where the hell are these onions sourced from? You get these from Valhalla? The hell are these from? Stolen from the Table of Bounty. I just need to sell some stuff before we start closing up for the day. I need to sell some stuff. I've got too much stuff. Some of this stuff I can't sell, which is upsetting. Very upsetting. Oyster meat. I'm not going to cook the oyster meat. I'll sell that. There we go. So you can only use IRL money for pretty stuff and not for upgrades. No, you can... All of the interiors, none of this. It's the only thing that you buy with real money is clothes for your character. And even then, like, I'll jump back in there. There is still a lot of clothes available. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nearly 6. So, you know, there's like 30 odd tops. Each have 8 different color variants. So there is a lot of clothes that are open. But no, the actual all of the like interior decor and stuff, we make all of that ourselves in game. So there we go. See, there's decor here. We earn recipes and unlock them as we play. So I can create very little at the moment, actually, to be fair. But I can create a clock. There we go. I just made that clock. There we go. And each time like this, now I can unlock one of these. So let's go with that one, because that looks like a room divider. Which it is, a folding screen. Can I craft that already? I can. Okay, so let's just craft that. So now once we craft this, and you'll see that there's, if you look up here, every time we craft something, that goes up. So if we click that there, and it goes up faster because we've eaten, so our focus is higher. So I say, as the more food you eat, the higher your focus is, and that means that you level things up a bit quicker. Let's go back to decor. Let's get another dining shop. There we go. So each time when this crafts, you'll see that little yellow bar go up slightly. I love that the bench. Yeah, so yeah, that's the idea. It's just everything in the game sort of like has a bonus to it. So I there's very little I can craft now. Like the bed, look, I require some 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗏 and some more what is it called? Sapling logs? Sapwood. Yeah, so that's all the furniture that I can do. And then there's like our crafters, our work stuff, so our workbenches. So we've got like a worm farm. I need to get another leather for that, and I need sapwood planks. Now I'm making sapwood planks, but leather I do in here. So I have to. Oh, we actually have 22 already in there. So we take that, put that in there, and now that's going to process and make us some leather, which will allow us to make more stuff. So now that we have our room divider, we can take this and then go inside our house. There we go. Press 3, click. Just put that there. Oh, and then you put it quite there. There we go. Now we can go around the back. It also has the same design as my chair, which is nice. And that's pretty much it. That's basically this game in a nutshell. Like, you do quests, you collect things, you mine things, you farm things, and level up different bits, and decorate your house, and play together. I will probably share my in-game name that will allow you guys to add me as a friend on my Discord. I won't do it on here. I'll do it on my Discord. I will share it on there, because there's nothing you guys can do. You can't troll me. You can't do anything, so it's fine. You guys can turn up. You can water my crops for me if you want. I'm perfectly fine with that. And at some point, maybe I'll do like a stream where I'll play with a few of you. How about that? Then that'd be fun. Maybe like just a stream with some of the viewers. But that's going to be it for me. I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's always my goal. But yes, I will move back over to this screen. I will share my in-game name on my Discord. A link to my Discord is in the description, as well as the invite is for... Hey, Eve! Eve arrived too late. I will share, yes, I will share all that stuff. There's an invite link to my Discord in the description. There's a referral link to get the game. To get the 3-hour nap, nice. To get the game, if you do get the game, send some screenshots on my Discord. I'm interested in seeing what people make. I will try and submit some of the stuff that I've mentioned in this video, some of the downsides as feedback to the developers. Maybe see if, you know, if enough of us get together and say, hey, these things would be good, they'll maybe do them, because they're not beholden to a publisher, which is one of the great things, is they're able to listen to the community a lot more. I used 5 emails after registering and pay to get my own referral link done. But yeah, I will share my in-game username for Palia over on my Discord. So if you do get the game, if you're interested in playing a game that is like Breath of the Wild, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing with a little bit of The Sims sprinkled in, download it, links in the description. Join my Discord, again, links in the description. Add me as a friend on there, and I'll play with you at some point. Not in that way, but I'll play with a few of you at some point, and maybe stream with everyone. And that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'd like to do that at some point. Maybe just sort of get together. We'll attack Palia as a friendly horde. What's a hippie horde? We will create a hippie horde, and on that strange visage that I've given you, I'm gonna go now. The hippie horde. Have fun, everyone. I've been 𝗕𝗓𝗫𝗛, and I will see you next time. 𝗕𝗓𝗫𝗛𝗏 out.